Welcome. Today, we'll be painting the Buck Tyrannosaurus Rex with MarcoMakes custom head and Ceratex's custom feet. Why? Because, well, that's none of your business. Alright, let's get down to the meat and bones here. So this is obviously editing me here, talking in the future, because this is about 9 months ago, I think? I don't know. Anyway, I started off this paint with a Sap Green Ink airbrush. This is my first actual custom that I'm doing with an airbrush and with paintbrush. I've got my inspiration and how I painted this Buck T-Rex from both MarcoMakes video and Jurassic Compound, which is now JurassicJunkie, I believe. So their videos will be down below. But I'm pretty much just doing a full coat with the ink. I'll have that link down below as well if you want to pick up a copy of that. I don't know what type of airbrush I'm using in this video, so I'll have that down below as well. But pretty much you just want to have it a full coat of green. I had a spare T-Rex, which is the T-Rex I had in the background. His head is missing because I messed up and broke the jaw, so he's missing a head. So I tested it on him first, of how much coating I actually needed to put on the T-Rex in order to not look as glossy, because that was the main worry. And pretty much now I'm just air drying it down with my heat gun, so I can paint over it, because I'm an impatient person. I would highly suggest just letting it dry on its own. It was pretty sticky once I started actually heating it up, but that's just because the ink and the heat don't kind of combode well when it's forced on. So I would highly suggest just letting it dry out. And so this is pretty much it now. It fully painted besides the head, which I will do solo, which technically you can paint the full thing, but I was really scared to do the head. So now we're doing the undercoat. Pretty sure it's going to be cut like real fast here. So I basically just combined olive green with a bunch of white, which if I'm not mistaken, olive green is like a mint green. So it kind of, in person you can see more of the green. Right now it just looks like a bunch of white. But I do that for the whole undercoat, both behind the legs and all that stuff. Dang, talk about silence. Is he gonna cut or what? Like, where do you mind? Alright, so now we're in my operating room. This is my actual painting setup in my room, right next to my computer, because I get lonely, so I like to be on Discord. I'll be using Goblin Green here. I don't know which type of painting bottle it is, but we'll just be doing a dry brush on the whole creature, this T-Rex, to get bring out those details, you know what I'm saying? Airbrush everything on there. Once all that dark ink from the actual airbrush is shown in the deeper crevices of the creature. I'm just gonna say creature, my apologies. And the actual lighter stuff is on the top surface, because I mean, you know, the shadows of it being, you know, folded of the skin, it gives it a little bit more flair. So you want to do an airbrush fully over all of the green that is still on the creature. This is a bad camera angle, but you know, this is recorded from my phone. And then I eventually start mixing a little bit of yellow with the green to do the full top back pattern all over from the neck down. This is just because eventually I will cover this in black and yellow, for the Buck pattern. I ended up switching over to not a paintbrush, my airbrush, because it was way faster. And this is the end result of that. The airbrush really helps speed up the process and also makes blending a lot better. So we'll get on to the T-Rex head. Obviously, this is a sculpt head from MarcoMakes, which you can buy on his Etsy, I believe. I'll have that link down below, as well as the feet replacements from Ceratech, which those will also be down below. Here, I'm pretty much just trying to blend in all the base coats first. So the yellow, and then I'll put the green on top, so it has more of a blend into the jaw. When painting the Buck T-Rex, or any T-Rex, not even just from the Jurassic franchise, if you're painting anything in general, you have to trust the process. While doing all this, I was scared out of my mind, because one, this is a $50 head replacement on a $50 figure, so now it's a $100 figure. plus the feet replacements is just another additional watts out of money. You know, if I mess up, it's over. It's game over. And this is my first actual custom. So, you know, I was scared. But, you know, you just kind of got to go with the flow here. I obviously take a toothpick, which that is a big toothpick, by the way, and put some black ink on there for the actual T-Rex scoots made by Mr. Marco, which the level of design on this T-Rex is absolutely amazing. I was going to say absurd. I think it's the wrong word. It's an amazing sculpt. Like I said, link down below for that one. He looks ugly, but like I said, you have to trust the process. Stay with me, people. Stay with me. All right? So, obviously, we're not done yet. Like I said, it's a process. As you see here, it's a concoction I've decided to make up. Simply, it's just sap, the green sap from earlier, the green ink, mixed with the black ink. Obviously, majority, sap green instead of the black ink, because obviously if I put too much black ink in there, it gets too dark. Alright, and I slowed this down because I suck at explaining stuff. I pretty much put all that concoction of black ink and the sap green on the outside of the T-Rex, where I put all the other detail at. As you can see, where the middle of the nose is area, kind of that weird circle near in front of the eye, you don't put ink there because I'm using the Bug Rex from a random Google image as the reference. So, and as you can see here, I simply just have a little bit of the yellow to highlights on the top of the head, and I am putting in the scars now. I'm still using the black ink to put in the detail there. I would highly suggest at any point where you're painting anything, use reference. If you're going off your mind, you're going to mess up somewhere. It's going to look ugly. So if you're wondering why are you putting certain things where certain things should be, aka why are you painting here instead of here, it's because I'm looking at a reference. Google stuff, it's free. And or print stuff out, it's free. I know MarcoMakes has his little booklet thing he made. You can get that. It's free. I don't think, actually it might be free. I really don't know if it's free. But Google's free. AKA look it up is free. Here I'm just trying to highlight all the yellow that's part of the buck. And look at that. Even right now, it looks amazing. I love it. I'm not trying to, glaze myself. But like I said, this is my first actual custom. I've never airbrushed before. Like that's the first time. And like even here, it looks fire. Like I could just leave it like this. I'm not gonna. But hey. So I'm gonna paint the teeth here. I believe I do a gum color first with like some weird red mixed with some white. Does a little pink, and then eventually I'll go over with white, which I don't know if I get in a recording or not. So that might actually just be white. I recorded this like eons ago, so I kind of forgot. Now I'm doing the scars. I fix those up eventually because they get a little bit too yellowish on the outside, and they look kind of weird. So I think I'm fixing it up right now. But now I'm doing the back patterns, which I think there's an actual pattern to it. I think at this point I'm kind of going off memory. And this is what I got up. So like I said, I'm using both MarcoMakes video and JurassicJunkie's video, which like I said will be in the description as references. So I'm combining both airbrush and painting. And yes, there's some parts missing, like you can see there on the knee, but I don't care. Who cares? Hey, we're just painting here. And now I think at this point it's pretty much just fixing up everything. So blending everything in, making sure the green looks green, fixing the blend of the green color matching up with the neck, and then just having it to where everything fades perfectly in with each other. So yeah, and that's the final version. You can kind of see it here where the green is darker on the body than it is in the neck. I don't think I fixed that. I think it's like that right now as we speak. But to be honest with you, I couldn't care less. I would just highly suggest in the future, probably just paint the full figure in that green. And then change everything up afterwards. Because the thing about paint, and airbrushing especially, you can just paint it over it. So yeah, it looks pretty good. This is obviously the Bug Rex from the Lost World. So here's some still images of my past experience. That is the test process on my Extra Rex. And then here's some images I took in front of my art workstation. I think it looks amazing. This is my favorite custom that I've made so far. I made another one, which I will be editing that soon. That is also late. This right here is a Spinosaurus made by this wonderful fellow right here. I apologize, you do not know how to say your name. There you go, follow him. He makes customs. They're beautiful. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, editing me here. I really don't know why it won't let me edit the crop of this video. CapCut, what the fudge. But anywho, this is my Instagram. You want to go watch me paint stuff or post stuff about new stuff that I'm releasing? Go to it. I am pissed because CapCut won't let me edit this video correctly. And I'm not about to look it up because it should be simple. It should be under video. Yes, I'm complaining at the end of this video. I have the right to. You know why? Because I can. And no one can stop me. Look at this. Beautiful. I love this. I love this figure. I love it. I painted it myself. I think it looks amazing. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Follow me on Instagram. Like, subscribe for more content. Subscribe to my main channel, Nanyas, for our dinosaur content. And I'll see you in the future. And have a majestic day.